Hello. Sorry I'm late, guys. Hi. How we doing? I see everybody's starting to talk about Jeff's car there at the end. How is everyone? I know Chris was supposed to be in helping us tonight, and hopefully she told you that I was running just a little bit behind, but I'm here. Here we are. Can anybody guess where we are? I don't even know if I can tell you the name of the town we're in, honestly. Hey, Bonnie, Laura, Stephanie, Cindy B. There's Kristen. Jeff in the chat, Miss Kathy. How are you all tonight? I'm just scrolling through quick. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yeah, we're safe. It's fine. We just sat in traffic for an hour and a half to 2 hours that we weren't anticipating today. So we were supposed to be here much earlier in the day and have a little more leisurely evening to have some dinner and come in. But yeah, we had to run up two flights, or the flight of stairs twice to get in. So there's that. Trying to get Gail's Wi-Fi connected quick for her as well. And I'm trying to catch up. There we go. Oh, did he say, oh, the gas mileage better than the Enclave. That's good, Jeff. Good to see. So I know he's been having fun running around, getting used to his new car. So yay. In the blue room. It's teal. See, this is how I pick my room. So I'm like, oh, I like the paint color of that one. That one works. So, hi, Melinda. How are you doing tonight? Sandy, good to see you. I know when I'm driving and all this stuff. Mallory, there we go. Well, no, I didn't stand you up. I was just like, tell him I'll be late. We pulled in and we pulled in, got the card. I got in the car and I said, we're 3 minutes, Gail. So I made 2 trips up the stairs because we have a reservation, which I will never go without having a reservation because I don't want to get here and they go, oh, sorry, you don't have a room. And they're like, it's the last room. Too bad it's upstairs. So, yeah, but we got a room. It all works out. We're here. Yay. And in about 20 miles in the morning, we'll be in Florida. So, I'm trying, and I think, well, let me see if it says it's connecting, Gail. I don't know why it's not giving me a chance to put in a thing. So does anybody have any guesses? I can't even tell you the name of the town, honestly. We're about, like I said, 20 minutes north of Florida. You take that highway straight down the middle of, straight down from Atlanta, where all the traffic is. And then we're just 20 miles north of the Florida border. So there we go. 75. I-75, I think. Yeah, I think it's 75. Yes, Stephanie. All of the above. Definitely. All the above. Great highways because it's 3 lanes wide, if not 5, plus merge lanes. And then there was an HOV lane at one point. So lots and lots. There it is. Melinda got it. Good job. Ding, ding, ding. She's the winner tonight. You didn't need in Kentucky for a horse show. We had to sleep in the car. Yeah. I don't do that anymore because we've had too many. I mean, way back in the day when we were first married, they're like, oh, we're full. Sorry. The next one's down, half hour down the road. Oh, we're full. Sorry. And then you end up driving 2 more hours to find a hotel. So I don't do that anymore. It's not worth my frustration, quite frankly. So, yeah. It says available Wi-Fi. Okay. I don't know why I can't get her tablet to go on. So you see, it seems like a nice little town. I mean, we're just off the interstate. There's lots of restaurants and gas stations and everything right here. So all should be good and well. We got to spend we were going to spend some more time with Stephen, but he ended up running some errands on Sunday. So he went north, we were going south, and we crossed in the middle. And then got to do a bit of snooping around Rogersville and Muscle Shoals and Elgin and Florence yesterday, and helped Stephen pack for the show. And they were finishing getting all of the truck ready, all the things we did last week. So yeah, I mean that, and when if there was a snowstorm in Colorado, you were kind of out of luck. If you didn't have a reservation, obviously you don't want to make a reservation, or don't know you need to make a reservation because the snowstorm's coming. Yeah, there's a lot of hotels that were awfully full, awfully fast on that I-25 corridor. So, oh, I might have gotten it, Gail. There you go. I think we got it. So, I see everybody's here, everybody's hanging out. Thank you so much. Kristen is back. I know she's not feeling totally up to par, but she's going to hang out with us tonight and help mod. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time and being my telling everybody that I was going to be a little tardy this evening. No, yeah, yep. You might have to wait on that. I put in what it said to put in, and I'm going to have to troubleshoot some more. So you can type things, you just can't send them yet. So along those veins, we have I have brought some things along with us. We haven't had much time to we shopped yesterday, but like the space above the boxes is anywhere from 6 to 8 inches above the boxes down the middle of the van, and that is all we have had for space for shopping. So we've been really trying to be very particular on the way down here. We stopped for twice, once the first day and twice the second day on the road, and then twice on the way into Stevens. So there hasn't been a whole lot of shopping. So this is why I brought this box with me, so you guys can have some what I had promised to start to show you all is the heart toothpicks. That's what I brought with me. So everybody's saying hi, Gail. Hi, everybody. Mom and Jeff are saying hello. So because I can't hear them. Well, that's okay. Oh, she's gonna come away. Oh, she's it's a little, no, you're not in the picture unless you want to be, but you're not. So it's a little smaller room, so the camera angle have to be really careful. So hi, Stephanie says hey. Hey. So yeah, I know, but I think we always kind of classify it under you don't feel good. It doesn't matter what it is. So yeah, she's got a pinched nerve in her shoulder, which takes a lot more time sometimes to get going too. Bonnie says hello as well. So, let's see if I have a couple different combinations of things to show you guys for explaining what these toothpicks are in the first place. I think we'll start with that. So, and we should be heading in tomorrow, will be our last day of driving, and we'll be getting into our destination for the show and then setting up the following day. So we have a lot calmer day planned for tomorrow with less time to drive and more time to just kind of chill out before we have to do all of our unloading and starting to set up the show. On that note, what I have is these, I've always called them heart toothpick holders. That's what, I don't know if there's any other specific technical term for them or not, but they come in a whole huge variety of colors, transparencies, opacities. And I think they were made at least by 2 different companies and maybe even 3. Well, my understanding is that this mold came from some company that I don't know of in the first place. And then Dagenhart had it, and then it went on to Boyd. So some of them are so the mark is usually right down here on the inside of the toothpick. And like this one doesn't have any mark in it at all. And then there's this one that has the D inside the heart, and that is for the Dagenhart Glass Company. And they stopped producing somewhere in the late 80s, early 90s, I believe. And then Boyd acquired the mold, and they have that, oops, upside down. that diamond with the B in it. And then the lines on each side of the diamond tell us specifically what year things were made by Boyd. So one of our first vacations that Jeff and I took with the kids when they were little, we were able to go to the Dagenhart Museum. So they weren't making glass anymore, but they still had a museum up and running. And they had this huge showcase of all the different colors, line after line after line on these shelves of all the different colors that they made in their different molds. So it was really neat to be able to see those at the museum itself. But then that became defunct, and I don't know what happened to some of that. I believe some of their collection went to the West Virginia Glass Museum. Mom would probably be able to tell you what city that's in. I can't off the top of my head, but they have like the little pilgrim men and women that Dagenhart made in all these same colors, but in a different mold. They have that portion of their museum at the West Virginia Glass Museum. So that being said, I have somewhere well over 100 of these heart toothpicks because I've been collecting them since in my teen years, early teen years, because we helped my great aunt and uncle and my grandmother with their depression glass shows. I would be able to pick these up from shopping and or get them as a thank you for helping pack and load and that kind of stuff from the shows. And then wherever I've gone since then, I pick them up because they're just, I love hearts. They used to be inexpensive. I mean, I used to be able to pick them up for reasonable prices. And now, depending on the color, the prices are going into the $20 to $40 range, depending on what the colorways are. What I have packed is totally random. So I've pulled out two blues, but they're very, very similar, but they're a little bit different. So I think it's Weston Mallory. I believe that sounds right. So what I will do is tell you, to the best of my knowledge, just what I would call the colorway. And some of these, which are amazing, have, I don't know if there's any in this box or not, but they had the original price. Hi, Linda. Welcome. We're doing pretty good. Trying to calm down and let everybody know we're here and do all the things. Because my blacklight baggie didn't make it in this box. So I'm going to have to use my little itty bitty blacklight to tell you if any of them glow. So, yeah. I'll just give you, to the best of my knowledge, and what I would probably put on them in the show, and what I will offer them to you here on YouTube, as always. And Kristen will throw it in the chat, and we'll go from there. I know not everybody loves toothpicks. I know not everybody loves hearts. But in my opinion, it's a large collection. Generally speaking, when I go to find some of them, I don't see more than 1, 2, 10, if that, in one place at a time. I picked up a large collection of them in the early 2000s for somebody that was clearing out. And some of those have like original labels inside that have the name of the color. I believe so like this one looks like somebody put sapphire. So, oh yeah, you definitely need to go, Mallory. It's a really neat museum. And they have some huge Blinko and some huge, they have all the glass manufacturers, from as many as they have canned from your area. And Mom's research has shown, there was hundreds of glass factories over the years in West Virginia and Ohio. So on that note, hi, I'm Becky. I'm late. I'm traveling around the country, headed out to an in-person show in Florida that will be setting up on Thursday and Friday. And then we will be traveling from there to Houston, Texas, and doing a second show that is all glass as well. And I will be getting home somewhere within the early 20s of February. And that is when I will be doing shipping and combining all of the invoices and such. I don't know if generally speaking, I kind of wait until I get home to do the invoicing. So anything that didn't get paid for or got paid for after I left, on Friday will be combined shipping with the several shows that I do while I'm on the road. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. And therefore, that'll help save people postage. And then I won't, because it'll take a little while to trickle down and get all of the invoices together, kind of like an open box system. So then I'll be making a little package inside this box with everybody's things and putting it back in the van and hauling it back home with me. But I wanted to bring you guys toothpicks. So here we are. Are you ready, Miss Kristen? Did I hit the majority of all the things I think or that I need to say? Does anybody else have any questions? Please let me know. I have a few random things that made it into the top of this box because it wasn't full, and heaven forbid we waste any space in the car because it is full. So, all right. I don't know if I have something to drink. Oh, I was going to put some water in. Nope, I got a little bit. All right, cool. No, I got a little in there. We'll start from there. Okie dokie. All right, so I've unpacked a few and I will show, this is the light blue color and this one has the word sapphire written on a tag. So that should be the name of the color. However, here's the difference. One has the D for Dagenhart and one has no mark whatsoever. And I would probably have these out at the show for $15 to $20. So this blue color, I would start here at say 12 for you guys. So it would be a choice because they are the same color. They didn't mark them on the base. They only marked them inside. And this is the light blue transparent, which we're going to call it sapphire because someone along the line in its life called it that. There are not a lot of colors that fluoresce under black light. And it's dark here by the desk. They are a little bit different colorway. You can kind of see when I hit it with the black light, but this one's a little bit darker blue. So this one would be the Dagenhart choice, and then this would be the other choice. Now some of these have a little bit of a depression right here. I think as the mold was used over time, it wore away at some of the detail. Now there still has the detail on it, but you can feel where there's a little less glass right there in the mold. So that is the light blue sapphire color. Choices sound like a really good way to go tonight. Oh, here we go. I have a clear choice and a white milk glass choice. Let's see. The clear has no mark. We can start these at 12 also. And the white has the Dagenhart mark in the bottom. And I believe it's Dagenhart. I think that's how it's spelled, give or take a vowel here or there. I have Google searched it over the years so much that it pretty much autocorrects me when I put that in. So the bases are the same. This one, again, has no marking on it. And what I've wondered over the years is if there actually was an original company that had this mold, and or if Dagenhart just didn't mark them at the beginning, maybe. That was my other theory. There are collectors who collect just toothpicks, and there are multiple books out there. You check your local library for toothpick collections. They have toothpick molds, designs, patterns that go back into the Victorian times. There are some that are pressed, there are some that are cut, the flashed. There are amazing amounts of, like the EAPG era also. I know, I think they are spectacular because so here's another reason why I started them in the collecting them in the first place. I see you, Cindy. Thank you so much. We'll get our system down. Um, okay, so the China pattern that my mom brought me back from Norway was called Hearts and Pines, and it has hearts with pine boughs on it. And I thought that, and it was white china or porcelain with red hearts and white pine. So I first started getting the red, white, and green toothpicks so I could put them at each place setting for like little nut cups or something like that. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. Right. So you could do any little kind of a place setting piece. Oh, and this one has fire in it. The milk glass has fire in it. So when she calls that for you, Cindy, just let me know whether you'd like clear or white. So that was one of the reasons why I started getting more of them, but I always liked the hearts in the first place. So Cindy B. And I'll watch for you while I unwrap a few more. I think it's kind of amazing how many different colors they came up with. She's taking whites. Thank you, Cindy. Perfect. So I probably have a little bit more. Oh, okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do this. I thought this bag had my sticky notes in it. It didn't, just had the tape. All right. We got this. We will work with what we have because I do not want to go up and down the stairs again to the car. No. There we go. Thank you, Miss Cindy. All right. So that one we did. Let's see. I have cobalt. I'm going to try and figure out. Okay, that's a not marked, and that's a void. So the cobalt obviously would be a more sought after color. I have two right here that are unwrapped that are not marked. And then this one that has the B and the diamond with the two lines, one on top and one on bottom. These would start at 18 here because I would probably have them between 25 and 30 at the show. So again, they are about, I would say, 2.5 inches tall, about 1.5 inches wide, and well, 2 inch. Okay, too many measurements. About 2 inches this way, about 1.5 inches, and about 2.5. If that helps you. So I have a choice of the non-marked cobalt. I have a second unmarked cobalt, and I have a void marked cobalt. So there is a little bit difference in the thickness of the glass. I think you can kind of see that this one, well, this one feels heavier. Hey, glowy girl, good to see you. Is it you're the cobalt? Maybe. So, and probably we may be suffering from a little dust, but they sparkle right up. But these are both the, that's void. This is unmarked. I don't know. Is that what it is, Carol? Do they do, what's the color this year? Remember? Oh, it's like a chocolatey brown color, the color of the year. Like it was peach last year. So, all right, she's counting you down, Mom. So I have 2 unmarked and 1 void marked in the cobalt. And that's just the easiest thing to call that. And I will get this ready. Is it too cold? Or are you good? Okay. I cranked up the air conditioning when we first got here because it was a little warm up here. COBAL. Which one would you like, Ma? My karma rolling around on the desk. We'll roll a couple more as we go. Okay. I'm thinking that the unmarked is older. So I'll go with this one. That's going to be my theory. You got it, Mom. Thank you. Okay. Now, some of them have opalescence to them, which means they fire. So you can kind of see here with the light behind me how the edge of that one fires. You will take a cobalt one also, Cindy? You got it. Do you prefer a Boyd mark or a non-marked? I think the non-marked is older from my logic that I've been using. And I will tell anyone if there's any reaction to a black light as we go. So, Cindy. We're going to have to check for that later, but we got it. Non-marked. You got it. Thank you so much. It has been kind of fun over the years to just be able to, I look for these everywhere I go. And if they're a good deal, I've always pick them up. That's just how it is. There we go. Got it. All right. So next choice was I have the pink with the Dagenhart logo, and it has the pink, like almost what we'd call a Crown Tuscan color nowadays. But I don't think that's its name. But that would be what it'd be closest to. Cambridge's Crown Tuscan or Mosser's Crown Tuscan even. It has that fire of the opalescence in the glass. So I have a pastel pink. It goes down to the clear on the foot. That is marked Dagenhart. Or the choice, these will be $15 start. With the blue, the powder blue opalescent. And you can see here, let me get my finger out of the way, turn it the right direction. You can see that little bit of a fire with the light behind it. And it also, I thought I had enough. That doesn't do anything. I thought I had enough lights on, but this blue opalescent is not marked. No mark in the bottom. Has a little dust. That's free. That's patina. It doesn't go, so the pink has a lot more clear, transparent at the bottom. And the blue doesn't go quite as clear. Well, let's see if we can get it. You can see that head out of the way. Here we go. I can see it firing. I wish it would fire for you guys more. It's nice to have a light behind me, but you can kind of see it just on the edge of the foot. So that is the light blue, light pink, opalescent choice. Okay. Just like that, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost done a dozen. Let me get another color. Haven't. I have another clear. If anyone is interested in a clear for 12, throw clear in the chat. It is unmarked. The clears are kind of like probably the most, the least exciting because I like to have the colors to match with different things, but they would also be where you could put in like colored M&Ms or anything in it and it would coordinate with anything. So, hi, Sally. Good to see you. Welcome in tonight. Welcome to my craziness. All right, we're going to go here. These are shades of white with opalescence. Now, this first one, let's do $15 start, please. This one is much more, as we say in Fenton, a French opalescent, where it's got the clear to the opal, and it all fires. that ring of fire when you get the light behind it. We have no mark on the inside of that one, that big. And then it goes, the opalescents start to go into where it's more, this isn't white like Cindy's first one. I'll show you that here. It's a little more blue in colorway. And I think that's because of the opalescence that's been put into it. You can see it fires on the edge of the foot. And it is marked Dagenhart. So this is almost going to a super, super pale blue. And a lot of times I see French opalescent or the clear with the white opalescence in it marked blue because of the optics that the opalescence gives off. It looks more blue than it does white. So this one is super pale blue opalescent. I mean, opalescent. Dagenhart marked, and then this one has lots more clear to it. You can see through the whole side and the foot with no mark. Now here's another color that I was collecting because of my dishes to start with. So this is more of that evergreen or true green, Christmas green color, where there's a lot of ruby and emerald dishes like made by Anchor Hawking and what's the other one? They're both the same alphabets, the same initials that coordinate with the Citadel. So this is a transparent evergreen. It is not marked. So these will be a $15 start as well, please. So this one's much more of the Christmas green. And then this one starts to head into a little bit of a gray green. Has a little bit lighter color to it, but that foot it's definitely a green bathroom. Yes, Hazel Atlas, that's the other one. Thank you. I've been driving since, when did we leave this morning? 9:15. So, yeah, 9:15 we left this morning and then ended up sitting in stop and go traffic of about 5 miles for almost 2 hours to get around 2 accidents. So that was fun. So thank you, everybody. I know, I mean, here's also the fun, cool thing about this collection that I have is that I know, I mean, if I'm only pulled one green out so far, I know there's more in the box. But I don't, I have always picked up any of these I possibly can. So there's an opportunity that I will have duplicate colors down the road, but I cannot guarantee it because I have 2 boxes of them and I only brought one in tonight because I know there's no way I can go through all of them tonight. So, but if you guys love them and like them, we can do another night of heart toothpicks as well. So Laura is out. So we got Carolyn. We have the Dagenhart in the lighter green mark and the no mark in the evergreen. So Carol, I'll write you down and you can let us know which colorway you would like. You are at, since I don't have my tablet up, 16. I'll unwrap some more while we're waiting on the chat. The gray green. You got it. So then, Kristen, I'll let you tell us who had whoever the backup was. I'll watch for that. Tape. Do the tape things. There we go. Thank you, ladies. So this is the other one that was available. Was it Laura? And I will. We have 5 choices on the desk. I need to get some more unwrapped. Yep, I got. Yep. Laura would like the wonderful. Thank you, Laura. Okay, write it down. Laura 410 emerald green. You got it. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, I just unwrapped another pink opalescent. So I think this was a $15 start. This is the one I showed earlier. This is the one I just unwrapped. It's got a little more transparent glass on the side. It would be a $15 start as well. And it has the Dagon heart, where this one has the boy. Boy, that is hard to read. No, they're both Dagon heart. So pink opal. As I find duplicates, we can just, if there's something you're interested in, since I've already talked about them, we can just do a quick claim in the chat. Oh, I've got some more colors. Let's see. Oh, this one's fun. Let's do these two together. $15 start, please. I have a chocolate slag, which, as we've talked about before, chocolate is a case sensitive. A heat sensitive glass. So this variation is from the different temperature of reheating and so on and so forth from coming in and out of the mold. That has the Boyd stamp in the bottom with the 2 lines. Or I have, this one is kind of an ivory with some tans and yellows running through it. And it has the Dagon heart mark. It has opalescence because the foot has some firing. You can see right there along the edge of the toe. And it does have some striations of that color throughout. So one of the things I know from looking at these over the years, you can see the little bit of that marbling there. If it was a marbled or a slag, which is different than the heat sensitive glass, as they went through the pot of glass throughout the day, even though they had the same color mix in there, as they pulled it out, every scoop was a little different variation. So that's why you get like on the pink opalescent with the more clear on the side and a little more opalescent on the front, because every time it came out with just a little different mix, but the same colorway. So, all right. Laura is in at 15. So we have the chocolate, or let's call that caramel. Might as well. It's a nice color flag combination. So I'm going to write Miss Laura down. Let me know in the chat. Have anybody seen these before? Is this something new to you all? So just my own art obsession that I have hoarded and just felt the need to get as many as I possibly can save all together. Yep, dessert choice. Chocolate or caramel, Miss Laura. She's taking the chocolate. Nice choice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kristen. You have not seen these before. Oh, cool. Well, I do enjoy bringing things that are new to everybody. One of the couples that actually will be at our glass show in Houston area. So it's in Rosenberg, a southwest suburb of Houston. Since about the time my kids were in school in the early 2000s, anytime that they would come out, she would bring me heart toothpicks. And I'm like, if I, Times were a little slim occasionally having kids, but I would always pick them up as often as I could. And when we go out to my aunt's, and it was really fun to go to my aunt's garage where they kept their inventory collection. They had taken part of their garage and walled it off and put shelves from floor to ceiling and put their inventory on the shelves where you had like 2-foot aisles to walk through. And anytime I could pick up anything out of her collection when we were visiting her, I would as well. So someone has moved all the keys around in your cupboard. I'm sorry, Stephanie. That doesn't sound good. All right, let me see if I have a choice we can put together. Let's do this choice. This choice. Where do I want to go? Let's go here. This will be a $15 start as well, please. I have a ruby, which is a transparent. Red goes down to that yellow at the foot, which is often called amberina. It has no mark in the bottom. You can see a little bit of a line of a darker red through the middle of the toothpick. Or this choice, which is a little more of the browns, ambers, with some slag swirl throughout. It's got a little blue and a little white, which is probably what some people would call like end of day glass as they got to the bottom of a pot. Throw it into the next one. This one does not have a mark in it as well. So this one would be my guess would be older than the Dagenhart style. So we have a ruby, or we have let's call it amber slag. So I am keeping some, Mom, just so you know. I have some colors that are my favorite, and so everybody knows. Not getting rid of all of them. I could never do that. It's a great collection to have also because it fits in those little bitty spaces amongst vases and bowls where other things don't fit because they're just this little size. They're easy to ship. They're not very heavy. I would say somewhere between 3 to 6 ounces, depending on how much glass is in them. And if you use some of those spice shelves, like the spice stair steps organizers for your cupboards, you put one of those on a shelf and you can have 3 rows of toothpicks and still see all the colors and all the shapes, and fill up a shelf like that. So, wow, that's cool, Cindy. I'm really glad that I'm bringing something new to everybody. So, I mean, obviously, this is the best side. Well, the most colorful side to this amber slag, but it's got a lot of transparent, a little bit of opaque, because it does fire. Just a smidge on the top. And we're counting down for Mom. And obviously, this would be one of the other colors that I started with, the green, the red, the white, or my Dagenhart, or my Hearts and Pines dishes from Norway. All right, counting it down. Let me double check where we're at. We're at 15. And what is your choice, please? Just so you know, I have three to 3.5 layers of heart toothpicks in just this little box. She's taking the ruby. Thanks, Ma. If anybody wants to put amber slag in the chat, you're welcome to. They do start to weigh a little bit when they're all together. They get a little heavy though. Okay. I need another color. Oh, well. Yeah. Again, we got variations of everything. So if anybody else was thinking about a ruby, here are 2 more that I just unwrapped. Oh, good, Ma. So this one is red throughout. It has the Dagenhart mark, and it does not go, it goes out red almost all the way to the end of the foot, where that other one had yellow at the foot. And this ruby has the yellow showing at the top, on the sides, and the whole foot is almost all yellow. So there are two more red choices that were a $15 start. Feel like I just unwrapped them. We have seen a few pieces of American Sweetheart, but nothing that you don't already have, and that we've eaten off of. So nothing that I think we need. No red ones or blue ones, that's for sure. Okay, here is another. So this was the Amber Slag. So this one is super duper similar. So it would be the same $15 start. I think it was 15. If not, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was. And it's just a little more brown, has a little less amber, but it also has all that slag right up in here as well. So that shows you kind of the variations. And this one's marked Dagenhart that I just pulled out. That's a little darker. Okay. This will be a choice starting at 12. I have what is more of the traditional amber color. And then this one is a lighter amber, almost a brighter, it's a brighter yellow. It's still pastel yellow. But this one is definitely more like the 70s traditional color amber. And I know every single variation of color that they made, they gave it a specific colorway name, just like Fenton does. But I have not found a book that states all of their colorways and gives descriptions. The only thing I've seen was, like I said, the piece, the display at the museum. And back then I wasn't even thinking about trying to figure out different differences between color. So neither one of these are marked. I see you, Miss Patsy, and welcome. Good to see you tonight. Thanks for coming in. We have more amber, and we'll just call this one yellow. Again, it's amazing to me how they're all exactly the same size. It's like you have a little miniature heart army coming out of the box. So, Miss Patsy, as she counts you down, be thinking of what you like, amber or yellow, and I'll write it down for you. One. Last call. We just lost this extra hour tonight too, so it feels really late looking at the time, saying it's 11 here, where it was just 10 o'clock last night, and 3 days ago at home. Quite a bit early. Just got here. Are the ruby sold? I have 2 ruby choices available. What was 12 were these amber choices. So the amber or this yellow were the $12 start. Yes. So if you want one of those, that's what we were calling first. And then the ruby choice was 15. And I have this one that is all red all through the foot. And then I have this one that is yellow to red to the yellow again. And those were a $15 start. So yes, those are also available. And thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I was hoping I'd have some in this box that had the labels on them, but I'm not seeing any of them yet. I'll unwrap some while Miss Patsy's thinking. You'd like all 4. Okay, so that's 2 times on the 12 and 2 times on the 15. So yellow and amber, and I don't want to drop that one. Times 2 on ruby. Great. Thank you very much, Miss Patsy. And put yours to the side over here. And developing a large pile of bubble wrap. There we go. Now I can see better. Thank you. All right. Let's see what our next choice is. Well, this will be fun. I'm going to call this color. I'm going to put these two together, and they're going to be a $20 start, please, Kristen. I have so I'm relating it to what I know as color names in Fenton. This would be more of a Rubina, where it goes from a purple to a blue, or the blue to the royal blue to a ruby, and it gives you that purple look. So you can kind of see the swirls of the blues and the ruby together, and it gives you that transparent purple look. Goes all the way down through the foot, and it is not marked. So that is the transparent one choice of this. And then I have more of like what we call an eggplant with opalescence. It is marked Dagenhart. And you can see that it is firing here on these edges. It fires with the opalescence here on the foot. It has some of those white opalescent swirls into that dark. Oh, you can really see it fire there on that edge. Dark eggplant or aubergine, dark purple color. So all those purpley names. So this one is Dagenhart opalescent purple, and this one is more of a transparent, the royal and ruby mixed together, which is called mulberry. I totally said that wrong. I said Rubina. Totally messed that up. Sorry, Kristen. It's mulberry. Rubina goes into that, like you have that candlestick. It goes into the greens and yellows. My mistake. And there is no mark on the transparent one. So purples are a lot harder to find, in my opinion. I would say white, clear, amber, the light blue, the light pinks. Those I see a lot more often. What do the markings mean? Okay, so from the beginning, what my understanding is that I believe someone else first originally had this mold. What I do know is that Dagenhart had it up into the 80s sometime when they stopped making glass. And then Boyd got the mold. So here's a Boyd mark, upside down. And then they were marking it from the 80s into the 2000s. So this is my understanding, is that the ones with no mark should have been made previously versus when they started marking them as to what date they were making them. So Patsy is in on the purple lot choice. We have we'll call that mulberry, and we'll call that eggplant. I'm going to set those to the side. So what I was telling everybody, Patsy, is this is kind of my lifelong collection of heart toothpicks. I have two boxes, this box and another small tub of toothpicks. I brought the one box out to start with for this live tonight. And so it's just a random mix of different colors. And I have all different colors and all different variations of the colors. So some have more opalescent, some have more clear, all that stuff. So, all right. Thank you, Miss Patsy. And you're at 20. And which one would you like, Miss Patsy? And so, I am combining invoices from this one on the road and through probably for the next 2 Tuesdays until I will be, good choice. Thank you, Miss Patsy. So I will be doing invoicing and shipping together and combining those until I get home from my trip. All right, there we go. Thank you. Two over there. You're going over here. I did unwrap another blue opalescent. I think these were, Kristen, was that a $15 start? I have two of those with the blue opalescent, and neither one of them are marked. So I know. I mean, that's why, because I love hearts and I already had a China pattern that had hearts on it. It was real easy for me to just go with the colors that coordinated with that in the first place. And then I was like, oh, look at that color. Look at that one. And they just kept coming home with me. And here is a third blue opalescent for choice that is not marked. Okay. Let's do a I'm like, well, it's the same. There's another one. See, this is to me, this was a common color that I found a lot. There's a fourth one. Somebody wants to do a really fun place setting where you have toothpicks, little nut cups, or a favor holder at every place setting. Here again is one of the, I would say, French opalescents. It goes to clear on the outside there. Not near, it's kind of in the middle of the last two that I showed. I believe this was I'm going to quit guessing. I think this was the $12 start. I should have started putting them in rows by the same numbers that I said. That would have made a lot of sense. Let me see if I can do that. 12, 12, 12, 15, 15. That makes sense. This one was 20. Got it. Ooh, we are organized now. Okay. Now, because I don't have my black lights, my big black light, I won't be like lighting up near as much as normal, but I'm thinking I can at least show you what kind of glow they have. These will be I need to start these at 25. They're probably 35 to 40 at a show. I have the darker yellow slag. It's got some browns in it. And this one has that orange cadmium glow to it. You can see the oranges. So I just have my little itty bitty keychain black light, but at least it gives you an idea that it will glow. And obviously, if you have a display, it will definitely set it off more than that. And then the other choice here, starting at 25, is this opalescent, I'm going to call it a custard, is that very pale yellow, and it has that uranium green glow, and it lights up like crazy. It does have the opalescence to it, where you can see how it fires on the edge and on the foot. This one is marked Boyd. This one is marked Boyd. And the first choice is unmarked. So I think this one is a older colorway. So that's an older colorway. But those are some yellows. I can see the fire, especially on the edges of this one, holding it up. And then this one, when you look at it, you think it'll probably glow, but it's kind of surprised that it goes to the more cadmium versus the uranium green. So a little bit different direction there. Okay, so we got Miss Patsy in at 25. We'll call this one the yellow slag. Oh, Jason's jumping in. And this one we can just call, I mean, it'll be like lemon chiffon. This one we'll just call pastel yellow, or opalescent yellow, whatever. This is the light yellow. Light yellow and yellow slag. Glowy Girl is going to jump in there too. Jason's going to have some competition. So is Miss Patsy. I know there are more colors that glow. Let's see. I know I have another one, two other ones right in front of me. And I know I left two that glow at home because it made it an even number when I packed the top of the box. So I kept a couple at home. So we got Jason in at 28. I can really see the fire on this because you can see the green wall behind it too. So there's not as much opaque color in this, but it definitely has that uranium in it to get at that yellow reaction. And again, there is the Boyd mark in the bottom. So Patsy, Carol is out. Thank you very much. Patsy, let us know if you'd like to be in or out. And this one has more of the browns and has the more cadmium glow in the slag. I think that's a very a warm color palette altogether. Patsy is out. All right. Thank you so much. So we got Jason. Kristen's counting them down. Light yellow, yellow slag. All right. And we're at 28, I think it was. Yep. Thank you. And I'll watch for which one you would like. So where you at again? No? Just listen. Okay. I know. Which one would you like? Custard green glowing. You got it. Thank you, Jason. So, Kristen, I will let you tell me who the backup is. I got you, Jason. Thank you. I almost kind of forgot that I had these stuck away until I'm like, oh, I had one on the shelf and then I had like a 12 behind me where I normally have all that stuff on the shelves behind me. And then I went, wait, I have 2 more boxes of these somewhere. I need to dig those out. That would be great. Carol was back up. Carol, are you interested in the yellow slag that has the cadmium? Cadmium. Am I still saying it wrong, Kristen? I think it's a me. I always want to say me. I think it's a me. Cadmium. Let me know, Carol. I'll watch in the chat. And I'll pick another choice here. There we go. That's the next choice. She will pass. And then Patsy, is that the last? It is me. Thank you, Kristen. Kristen's like, you're saying it wrong every time. I know. Patsy, would you like the yellow slag? With the cadmium glow reaction. And I'm gonna go this one. Go there. She's gonna pass. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I did unroll another cobalt. This one has some white slag through it. It would be the $15 start. So there's a little white swirl through that side and a little bit on this side and then some through the middle. And it has I think it has the Boyd Yep, Boyd mark down at the bottom. That would be the $15 start. So yeah, it's just easier. If I've unwrapped it already, I'll just show you pretty much what the difference is or similarities and go from there. Oh, more greens. All right, we're gonna have a green choice. Oh, this one is that one I might need. Okay, I'm gonna show you an example. Oh, Miss Patsy's in. Okay, I will do that. Unless anybody else wants in, I have Miss Patsy on the Cobalt. Thank you. This one will be a show and tell while we have that kind of counting down. This one I'm going to keep because I have only seen this one or two times. This one there's a sticker right here on the inside, and I don't know if we're going to be able to catch it or not. It is a clear sticker with a gold heart with the scroll D inside it. So maybe at one point, you can kind of see it stuck right there. Maybe at one point they were putting stickers on it if they didn't put the, hi Geneva, welcome in. They didn't put the mark down on the inside. But I have only seen that sticker once or twice in all of the toothpicks I have collected. So let's see. Emerald green was a $15 start, I believe. I have this two choice. This one's a little more blue. This one's a little more green. This one has the Boyd mark on the inside. And so does this one. So you can see the variations of the color. This one's it's not teal, but it's more, say, Christmassy, bright green. And this one is a little more like the bright green from the mid-mod green. So those were a $15 start. So here. All right, I'm gonna do another choice. These will need to start at, let's start at 18. So I have a black ebony with a Boyd mark. It is shiny all the way around, has the bee there. And I have an opalescent orange slag, and it has a slight, you can see that cadmium reaction from the black light. Now, it likes to react more near where this slag runs through it, where it's a little bit lighter, but it does react throughout. And if I had a bigger, stronger flashlight, I would show up more. You can see the fire along the edge with the opalescence, and the orange is marked Dagenhart with a D. So this choice I thought was kind of fun, more Halloweeny, fall kind of combination. We have ebony or orange slag that glows and has an opalescent fire to it. Kind of candy corn, that dark orange candy corn color. Miss Patsy's in at 15. Yeah, a little bittersweet. You're right. Run out of the last of that. So we can count her down unless anybody else wants to be in. Miss Patsy. We're at 18. Yes, it was at 18. Yes. Probably a really good price on this orange one. I have black, but it's not as prolific in what I found over the years. I would guess I have another couple blacks somewhere in the bunch. But again, the orange has the Dagenhart and the black has the Boyd mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 10, 15 more colors. Even though we're a little late, we're going to be right about hitting that 2-hour mark. Well, these ones are similar to what I've already shown, but I will show that again. Okay. Miss Patsy, which one? Black or orange? Both. You got it, Miss Patsy. Thank you. 18 times 2, orange and black. Thank you again. There. Okay, you go right there. Hang out. So I just unwrapped 2 more of the blue opalescent. You can kind of see the variation where this one has a lot more clear around the edge of the foot, and that one has the opalescent that goes closer to the edge. These are marked Boyd and nothing. So this should be, again, $15 on the blue opalescent. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them unpacked. They would be, this reminds me of Fenton's Sky Blue with the opalescence in it that they did a dragonfly painted line on the sky blue color. Okay. Get some more choices out. Then I'll know how to combine. Oh, we do have some more duplicates. Some more cobalt. Those were $15 starts. This one is not marked. And this one is marked with Boyd. So I have 3 cobalt available right now at the $15 start. And those are transparent. So they're all fairly similar. Those are pretty close. Yep. Mom's Dragonfly pieces. Yeah, that's what that blue opalescent reminds me of is the, now I don't know how am I going to say it again. What did they call it? No, I can't. Wasn't I had it a moment ago. I had it like 2 seconds ago. Mom should say it. Now I said it, now it's gone. Okay, let's see. Do I have any more? 2 more. I'm going to get them all out. I have another duplicate. And then are we at the singles at the end of this box? Looks like we do. Okay. I have a 3rd French opalescent. Yes, sky blue. Thank you, Stephanie. So this would be the $12 start. It has a Dagenhart. And of course, I bought any and all heart toothpicks that came out of this mold, but my favorites were always the ones that were marked Dagenhart. Did you get a plain cobalt? Yes. Well, you got this one with the white little swish kind of slag through it. So you have a cobalt, but it has a little bit of white in it. Does that answer your question? Kind of? That's not really. Hello? Not really. Okay. Laura would like a white opal. All right. I have, goodness sakes, the Dagenhart mark. Yep. A second Dagenhart mark. And this one goes almost to clear on the edges. and it has no mark. And then this one was the white that's almost like a blue, goes to a little bit of blue opalescent. There's a Dagenhart mark. Okay. I like this one for you. Is that okay, Miss Laura? These were 12. The white, like the French opal was 12. Thank you, Laura. My pen is starting to not like to write on these, but that's all right. We will. Perfect. We will get there. Okay. The only color you haven't seen. Oh, Patsy wants a white opal accent as well. This one has the Dagenhart mark, or I have the one that's a little more clear. They both actually, well, this one has no mark. So Dagenhart or more clear, Miss Patsy. This is quite a difference. This one's almost goes to a transparent. It's still translucent, but it goes quite clear on the side. I will write you down as you tell me. More clear. You got it. Thank you. Perfect. Keep a pack. I know that would work well if I could think if I could do that. I tried. I just was trying to hurry to get back up here. So since we're on the second floor tonight, normally we're like right out front. It wouldn't be a big deal, but I know I had it in the top of the box. I just grabbed the wrong bag. I grabbed the bag with the chain. I just didn't grab the baggie with posted. No worries. Okay, of the last, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 left that you haven't seen yet. And these are the same color. They are basically, if you want to call it a Vaseline yellow, they are definitely a yellow. They are not a lime green, but they both glow. You can only do one at a time with a uranium green glow. 1 and 2. This one is marked with Boyd. These will be the $25 start, please, Kristen. And this one is a no mark. So this one should be older from my guessing. And then Boyd is the newest production. But they, in my opinion, they are basically the same color. I would call it it was probably really close to a Vaseline yellow. It's not quite as bright as a Vaseline yellow, but it does glow like a Vaseline yellow. They both are really close to the same green on the glow. So I have 2 available. Oh, it's got a piece of tape on the bottom. Delightful. Got it. Again, one has a Boyd mark and one is not. So when we are making our decision, the only difference between these two would be Boyd or no mark on a choice. One of the things I did throw in that I am trying out for our booth this time is I got some rechargeable LED lights for our booth. And I have some plain ones for just lighting up the glass. And I got some black light ones. So I'm hoping that those, like underneath a shelf where it's a little bit darker, where normally you'd put a light, that we could really make the glass glow with those black lights. So that'll be fun to see. And I will try to remember to take some pictures so I can show you the results of how it worked and how well it worked. So thank you everyone for your interest. I appreciate it so much. Kristen fingers are flying on the keyboard tonight on this one. So I have 8 more colors to show, and they're all different that haven't been shown yet. I'll show you the one here. I'll show you the one quick that I'm keeping out of this batch. It's a teal with a little bit of white slag in it. Look, it matches the wall behind me right there. That's why I'm keeping this one because I love this colorway. I knew there would be some that I'd want to hold on to out of the box because I haven't looked at these for a little while. I wanted to rearrange my collection, pass them on to everybody, put all the colors together so that maybe if somebody wanted to do enough for a place setting or something like that or a party, that they could. So I'm glad that you guys are liking me. Jason is out. Carol is in at 35. Who are we waiting on? Anybody else to decide? Miss Patsy, you were in or out? And then I think that was the 3. Thank you, Stephanie. That's become my favorite color. Is that teal color? This, it's pretty much this color right here. Patsy's out. All right. We're counting him down. I'm going to start writing. So again, remember the choice is void or no mark on this yellow glow heart. And we were at, oh, sorry, Jason was out. We're at 35. Okay, she's taking both times 2. Thank you, Carol. Perfect. Hey, got it. All right. Wonderful. This is the last one that reacts under blacklight that I have with me today. It is more of a lime green, a soft green with an opalescence in it. It has a Dagenhart mark. So you can, it kind of fires a little bit. You can see a little bit of the opalescence. It's not near as translucent through the sides. This will also be a $25 start. It glows with that green uranium glow as well. Now it's not, and I'm going to compare the two so you can see them next to each other. This is the yellow I just had up. And then this one is the pale green opalescent. And so here's the green glow and the green glow. I think the opalescent tones it down a little bit. So this is the one that we have up currently. There we go. Miss Patsy is in at 25. Thank you so much. So you have a little bit of the fire from the opalescence itself if you have it on a shelf with some natural lighting. And then if you do a black light, you can have the UV reaction as well. And it has the Dagenhart mark. I'm going to put lime opal. If anybody else wants to be in, or we can count it down for Miss Patsy. This reminds me of a little more of the pastel kind of colorways. It's similar to, I would say, like if you did a nice palette with the pink, the purple, the pink, the blue, the lime, the French opal. That's kind of a pastel. That's where this one is in the pastels. Last call. Thank you, Miss Patsy. All right. Going here. Okay. I'm going to do a $12 start. It'll be a choice. I have the root berry brown, so it's kind of like a dark orange, a dark amber, and the transparent. It's a little more brown than orange. It's a little more orange than amber. It has no mark on the inside. And then the choice is a frosted clear with a Degenhart mark. So similar to the clear, but it is frosted. These would be a $12 start. These remind me of the horned frosted mugs from my childhood. You know, I had an odd childhood. I grew up with antique dealers. I grew up around antiques and old furniture, and it was like normal stuff to me, and lots of things nobody knows about. But I'm like, oh yeah, I know about that stuff. That's what these remind me of, those horn glasses. So these are a $12 start. They're the brown, orangey brown is a little common color. I find it to be, I mean, it'd be great for earth tones or fall, Thanksgiving kind of colorways. But it's not my favorite. I love the brighter colors. So frosted white, frosted clear, or let's call it root beer. It's nice and easy description. So we got Miss Patsy in again. Thank you, Miss Patsy. I'm going to set these down. If anybody else is interested, jump in there while I write this down. And we're at 12. Otherwise, we can count it down for Miss Patsy. We are on our final 5 of the evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me tonight. I know it's kind of all the same thing, but yet not, because there's all sorts of different colors. If there are a certain colorway you're looking for, I'd love for you to send me a message, throw it in the chat, because depending on how much space we have in these 2 shows, for sure my duplicates from this box will be going out. And then if I have more room to put out, I might get into that next box. So if there's a color you're looking for, just let me know. Or it'll just come all the way home with me, and we'll do it again at home, and you guys will get the first choice. Anyway, root beer. Thank you, Miss Patsy. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. I'm kind of glad that they were packed like all random colors all together. I mean, there are some common ones that are, multiple. But okay, where are we going? We're going to go here. Oh, wait, I lied. I have another glower. This will be one $25 start. This is a bright yellow slag. Okay, so I'm going to compare it. So this was the dark yellow with the brown in the slag, and this is more of a bright yellow slag. And it has the cadmium. Look at how pink that is just on the front of it. With my little itty bitty keychain blacklight. It's got cadmium all around it. It would totally light up in a case. And I forgot that it was a glower when I was till I just went to pick it up. No mark on this one. So it's much more of a bright colorway. It's not the pastel yellow. And it's not it doesn't start going darker into like the school bus either. So let me double check. I'm gonna say it right. This is the last. It's not the last one that glows. I have one that just totally here. Let's do it as a choice. I didn't even realize this would glow. This is an aqua. I would say it's not quite green, and it's not the pale blue. So here, let me show you. This is a normal pastel blue that has, we've also seen it with the opalescence in it. And this one's a little more green. So I'm going to call this aqua. Lights up green. Must have some of that uranium in it to go that way. So these are a choice in the glowy realm. So transparent aqua. And what does it have? No mark. No mark on the inside. definitely glows green. I'm impressed with how bright some of these are showing up with just my little itty bitty black light. I mean, wow. I mean, I'm hoping you guys can see that. Pinks, oranges on that yellow. Super great reaction. So these are the last two glowers of this box. All right, we got Miss Patsy in at 25. Thank you, Miss Patsy. Anybody else wants to get in? Otherwise, we can count it down. So I have Miss Patsy in at 25. We'll call it yellow slag or aqua. Oh, it could be. Okay. Right, because the other one goes more orange, right? I mean, the closer I get to it, it goes more orange, but it's really pink from a little bit farther out. So I don't know, and I know we keep saying those certain common ones, but there's like 12 different chemicals that they use for making colors of glass that react. So Kristen is right. It could be another name of a chemical that I am not braining at all tonight for. So let me know, Miss Patsy, on the yellow or the aqua. Okay. Selenium. Selenium is more pink. I think that kind of caught me off guard. So, because I was like, well, so I just kind of, since I'm tired, I just went to that automatic first one. You know, what your brain thinks is easy to think of. Thank you, Miss Patsy. I have you down for the aqua. Good call, Kristen. And this one goes here. All right. Last three choices. We're going to go one at a time. This one starts out with a transparent kind of blue, and then we have an opalescent look to it. And because of the opalescent, I see a lot of the orange, yellow fire within it. This will be $18 start, and it is marked Boyd. So in the foot, see, it looks real pale blue. But with me holding it up, are you guys getting any of the fire? It fires a lot. So it's got a little more of oranges and yellows in it. So therefore, the yellow with the blue kind of looks green to me, but it's only showing up blue on this one. It's from what I'm seeing how it's showing up, it's a lot prettier in person. This is a Boyd. So kind of a steel blue with opalescent that really fires. And then the orange of the fire makes it look a little green when it's all together. That is that choice. That was 18. Got it. This one will also be 18, so we can leave up the same start. Very similar, but more opalescence in this. So you see it looks greener. Has some slag look to it. You can see the fire along the edge. Oh yeah, right back here you can see the firing of that opalescent in the glass. A little more slag swirls. And oh, it totally fires on the foot. Right there. And there we can see right above my head. That's what I'm seeing is more that opalescent look to the firing. This one is marked Dagenhart as well. So I'm guessing in the other tub is where, because I didn't have any of these that had little tags that had the colors marked in them. And they were like totally creative colors. I think one was called like tomato soup or something like that, that had some dark reds in a slag. So I will be getting into that box Tell me if you guys want, do you guys want this next week? Do you want more of these? Do you want me to do something else? Give me an indication of which way you want me to go, because I would be able to do the rest of the hearts, or we could just do totally something else of like a box full of what I have picked up while I've been out snooping and stuff on the road. So last choice, or I'll just pick. This one has a little flea bite on the foot. Right here. Right on that scallop. There's a little chipper. What I got picked up? Okay, I got one vote for that. This is a cobalt base. Patricia. As you can see the cobalt, and it has a metallic carnival finish to it. And Carol's like, I don't know. All right. There was a black one, Mallory. It got claimed by Miss Patsy. The one that was in this box. I think I have more black ones. This is a, did I tell you a start? This is a $20 start, Kristen, sorry. Yeah, Laura's good with hearts. Well, maybe I can do a little bit of a combination. Because if I get into what I can do is I can get into the box. And if they're like I have a whole, the same colors I've already showed you, I can just I will not bring those back. And I can bring out new colors. That might be a way to go. Oh, Melinda would like to see what I picked up. I mean, literally maybe a dozen items, if that. Because we ended up with 2 pieces of glass, and they had to Frankenstein a box for us to get it up there. So this is the last choice, the Cobalt Carnival. And like I said, it does have one little chip on the foot, but you can't hold that against it. The only carnival in the whole box. Right there. So that is the last choice out of the box tonight. So maybe I can kind of do a combination. What we'll do is I'll pull new colors that we haven't seen tonight, and I will pack the other half of the box with my new picks from being out on the road. So, okay, Ma, I will save you one. You got it. I'm gonna right now. I'm gonna write it down, because otherwise, I'm gonna say blue opal. You got it. Okay. So even though I was a little bit late, I apologize for that. The traffic was crazy today, but we are here. We're safe. We're good, and we have less time to finish driving tomorrow, and we're going to be relaxing a lot more tomorrow night before we have to set up. So, could you also get a plain cobalt? You can, Miss Patsy. Let me tell you if there is an option. Looks like I have one with a Boyd mark, one with no mark, and this one also has a Boyd mark. So thank you, Melinda. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me. Thank you for your purchases. And I will be remembering to take some pictures of how the new lighting shows up. I'll probably put them on Instagram. That's the easiest way to post them. And go from there. So, yes, thank you so much. I'm guessing that I'm kind of like this one's really, really nice dark color, Miss Patsy. It has no mark. Hey, we're on the same wavelength. All right, I got you, Miss Patsy. It's a $15 on that cobalt. And I will put it down for you. And thank you, Kristen, so much for coming back tonight. I hope you feel even more better for this next week. And I hope to see you all later. And we might even find some pictures with Steven, because he is setting up with us this weekend. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. Thanks again. Sleep well. Have a good one.